Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Higdon. A South Carolina firing squad executed this death row inmate, Michael Mahdi, this evening. The second inmate to choose death by firing squad since South Carolina reinstated its death penalty in 1976. Mahdi was executed this evening at 6 o'clock at the Broad River Correctional Institution in Columbia. He was convicted of killing Orangeburg County Public Safety Captain James Myers in 2004, and before that, Christopher Boggs, who was a convenience store clerk in North Carolina. Naomi Popa shares the details of what witnesses say happened inside the state's death chamber.
Michael Mahdi had no final words before 3 Department of Corrections staff took aim at the target on his chest and killed him. He's now the 46th death row inmate in the state of South Carolina to be executed. At 5:59, witnesses say the curtain opened, revealing 42-year-old Michael Mahdi strapped to a chair in the corner of the death chamber. They say a target was placed over his heart on top of his black uniform. Within just a minute, a rectangular slot opened up on the wall, revealing 3 small squares, and without warning, shots were fired.
It was just like one single loud shot as the 3 shots were fired at the same time.
One witness who has watched over 10 executions says this was the first time you could hear a sound from the inmate. Once the shots were fired, they say Mahdi yelled out. The target pushed into the wound. His chest rose and fell. He took his final breath, and at 6:05, a doctor declared Mahdi dead.
It was very much like a deep heave. The chest expanded outwardly by quite a bit, and then it was like a collapse.
Inside the room was Mahdi's lawyer, a representative from the solicitor's office, the sheriff of the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office, and a member of the victim's family. Outside the correctional institution where Mahdi was executed, protesters gathered holding signs, singing, and calling for the end of the death penalty.
I approve. I resent it. I've spent hundreds of hours over the decades back and forth between Charleston and here, hundreds of hours out here, hundreds of hours outside the governor's mansion, and I just want them to stop.
There is one more death row inmate in the state of South Carolina who is out of appeals. Stephen Bixby, who was convicted for killing 2 law enforcement officers back in 2003 in the upstate. However, the courts have put a pause in the execution, giving them time to determine whether Bixby is mentally competent for the execution. For Live 5 News, I'm Naomi Popa.